Hello guys, gonna be going over the Saturday, June 18th MLB PrizePicks slate. I know I said that I was gonna post videos in the morning, but yesterday the board just wasn't really that great, so gonna post one right now. And still not a ton of plays. Mostly it's gonna actually be total bases. Starting off with first inning hits allowed, I prefer this one over runs, and that's gonna be Padres and Rockies over 1.5. I just like the idea of having kind of like a security here in that maybe both these teams get a hit, but they don't score. So at least the hits will hit, but the runs still miss. So that's why I think I just prefer this category more now that we do have it available. One pitching prop is going to be hits allowed with Josiah Gray, 4.5, taking the over for him. He's a pretty good K pitcher, but then you look at the other categories, he's just allowing some hard hits. Barrel rate's really not that great for him, and yeah, his expected ERA, it is higher than what his ERA is right now. The Phillies, they're a really good hitting team, and yeah, Gray's allowed 3 and 2 hits in 2 of his 3 most recent starts, but the opponents, it's Colorado away, Reds, these aren't the best hitting teams, and the Phillies are much better than both these teams. Marlins, not like amazing either, but they were able to put up 6 hits. So I like the idea of the Phillies at least getting 5 hits off of Gray. This isn't the best hitting weather, 16 degrees. The winds are kind of blowing in, more left to right, but they still have a 5.1 run total. So that tells you that this is a pretty good spot. And Gray hopefully doesn't walk a lot of these guys, so they're able to swing the bat. But I think he can definitely hit over 4.5. And then a hitter fantasy score prop that I like is Anthony Rizzo at 4.5 for the over. Taking on Alek Manoah. Manoah is a really, really good pitcher. But you look at his splits, he does allow a lot of hits towards left or for lefties. So that's definitely a plus. And I think when you get Rizzo at 4.5, it's just way too discounted. He's a really good hitter. He gets a lot of walks. So, it really doesn't take much to hit 5. A double gets it. You don't even have to come home and score a run. Nobody has to be on the base. So you could get this with a walk and a single. Just a lot of ways that you can hit 5. So I think this is a little bit too discounted. I think you should probably be like 5.5 or maybe 6. So yeah, it's not the best matchup against Manoah, but the Yankees, they do have a really good lineup. They actually don't have LeMahieu and Stanton today. So that kind of sucks. But Rizzo still going to be hitting behind Aaron Judge. So probably going to be hitting with guys on base. Torres has been pretty good recently. So I like the idea of him still hitting the over here. And then on to total bases. This is where pretty much all these plays are going to be at. So we're going to start with Bryce Harper. This one will be a lock for me just against Josiah Gray. Gray, again, his numbers against lefties, he's just really not great. 187 whip, 8 homers allowed. He has a lot of problems against lefties, and I believe his fly ball rate is, he only has a 25.8% ground ball rate. So, the Phillies should be able to put the ball up in the air and play, and I like the idea of Bryce Harper definitely being the best hitter on this team. Just putting up a lot of damage as long as he's in the lineup afternoon game. So we don't have the lineup as of now, but this just seems like a really good spot. I love targeting Josiah Gray with lefties. And then Trey Turner at 1.5, also another over. All these are going to be overs. Trey Turner taking on Cal Quantrill. Quantrill is a sinker cutter guy. And then Trey Turner, he kind of has reverse splits, just what he's been for his career. If you want to take Trey Turner's fantasy points, it is at 8. Of course, Trey Turner, one of the best base stealers in all of baseball. Grades out 100% talent, sprint speed, but his hitting has been really good, and his hard hit rate's solid. Like, it's increased a lot throughout his career. Doesn't strike out a ton, and he just gets on base. Like, he's usually getting at least a base hit every game. With his speed, he could definitely make a single into a double, and some multi-hit gets in there as well, even if they are singles. So I like that. And Quantrill, he just doesn't strike guys out. His whiff percentage is really low. So, all of that just looks pretty solid for Trey Turner. And yeah, I really like it at 1.5. He's also playing at home. Winds are actually blowing out at 10 miles. Not the most wind sensitive park, but you got a lot of other ballparks that have the winds blowing in today, so this is actually one of the better wind spots. Next, we have same game, Paul Goldschmidt and Rafael Devers, both 1.5 overs for them, and this game just has a pretty solid run total. It's in Fenway. 5 for the Cardinals, 5.3 for Boston, and winds, it's left to right, 57 degrees, but the run totals are really good considering these conditions, and these are the two best bats that these teams have. Dakota Hudson, just someone that's headed for like negative regression. He finally had a bad start last time out, and I just expected that to continue for him. He's not a good starter. He's not a good pitcher. Somehow he's just gotten really lucky, and expected ERA is still a lot higher than what it is. He doesn't strike any guys out, so Devers, platoon advantage for him. I just like the idea of, the Red Sox, Devers, he actually got hit by a pitch recently, but he didn't miss any time, so I like it a lot. He's honestly an MVP candidate, so I like at 1.5. Just stands out a lot compared to some of these other guys at 1.5 that we have. Seems like a really good spot. Cardinals, their bullpen, it's pretty much a league average. And then for Goldschmidt, Cutter Crawford on the other side. This guy's not good. Somehow he had a good start last time, 5 innings against the Mariners, but Fenway, much better hitter's ballpark than Seattle. So expected ERA of over 6. That is not going to be good when checking on Paul Goldschmidt. NL MVP candidate, and he's just on fire. He continues to hit the ball well, so I love it. 1.5 for both these guys. And then we're going to be going to Coors Field with Charlie Blackmon and CJ Cron. Both those guys 1.5 overs. They're taking on Nick Martinez. 5.7 run total, 85 degrees, 5 mile winds blowing out. Still very solid hitting conditions for both of these teams. Blackmon, of course, going to get the platoon advantage, but CJ Cron, he's been hitting righties really well this season, and both these guys, they definitely enjoy playing at Coors Field, especially CJ Cron. His splits are insane, so I like both of these guys. Anytime it's Coors Field, the two best bats for Colorado. 1.5 total bases. Nick Martinez, not anything special, so I like them for the over. And then we don't have Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, so not going to be able to take those. But if you want, I think Profar and Voit would be the guys for the Padres, but just prefer some of these other guys. Gave out a lot of these total bases here, so I prefer the other guys. If we do get Ty France 1.5 for game 2, I do have interest in that because they are taking on Jose Suarez, a lefty. Ty France just destroys lefties, and he's been hitting really well against righties this season. Angels bullpen, not been that great. So if he's in the lineup for game 2 of the doubleheader, yes, I'm going to add that one, and I will lock that one. So that's going to be it for the video. So the locks, it's going to be Bryce Harper, and then the first inning hits for the Rockies and Padres game. So hopefully we have a better slate for Sunday, and you're going to record a video tonight, hopefully, and good luck on the slate, though, for Saturday, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.